This time on Hot Rod Garage, we build a half ton of fun. Welcome back to Hot Rod Garage, presented by Lincoln Tech. In this episode, we're going to do something that Lucky and I have not done before. We're going to build like a fun 70s boogie van.
Boogie van?
So what we have here is an 87 G10 van, and we're going to backdate the whole thing and make it look like a 77 using headlights, grill, doors, a bunch of sheet metal, and then we'll do a bunch of suspension work, maybe some side pipes, make it loud, and get the right wheels and tires on here and turn it into a sweet cruiser.
We're doing like a couch and a bed and a bean bag.
I'm with you on that. I'd like to see like a fish tank and a bunch of weird lights and lava lamps.
Yeah.
This is my buddy Lindsay's van, and he's a motorcycle racer too, and I know he wants to put his bike back in there. This is gonna be like authentic California cruiser.
Drivable.
Low buck, grimy, sleazy.
Sleazy rider.
Sleazy rider, that's what I'm talking about. So I'm here, I've got my 70s shirt, got my 70s stash, and I'm ready to party.
Nice.
Out of 10, how sleazy do you think I look?
11.
Perfect. Is that what these are my 11s, right? All right, let's get started.
Let's go. Don't crash into the van.
All right.
So what we got here, buddy?
I got all these front end parts. We have G30 springs, super cool cross-drilled rotors, new calipers and upper arms, pads, and drop knuckles.
You mean spindles?
Spindle, yeah, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, so that should lower this thing, but with the heavy-duty spring, it'll still have good travel.
Sure.
That'll transform the front end and get our stance the way we want it.
Where did we get all this stuff?
Rock Auto. You just go on the app, you're like, beep, bop, boop, boop, done. So you get started on the front end upgrades, and I'll find Lindsay. He's got all the old sheet metal he dug out of a junkyard. Pick him up, bring that stuff back here. That way we're both getting stuff done.
Lindsay's the guy with the pretty hair that owns the van.
You got it.
It's gonna be good times.
All right, I'll see.
Okay. So now we're getting ready to pull out all the old stuff. Some of it's not so old. I see he's been doing some work in here. We got some gas adjust shocks on there. It looks like we had a heavy duty coil spring. So we're gonna snatch all this out and put in all the new stuff. Cover your ears. Okay, so it's never good to let brake calipers hang by the hose, the brake lines. If they're old, they will crack and fatigue, so you want to hang them by something. And if you don't have a coat hanger handy, that leads me right into your zip tie moment. So I run it around here, tie it to the sway bar, hook it up in the dark, and there it is. Another brake line saved by a zip tie, and that's your zip tie moment. So after I lower the control arm with the spindle screw, spring pops right out. New control arm time. Always important to line up the pigtail with a little dimple in the pocket. Oh yeah.
All right, I found him. This is my buddy Lindsay Ross. I've known him for a million years. Lindsay is an automotive designer. He's designed some of my favorite race cars that I drove in FD. He designed Ken Block's Unicorn, maybe you saw that one. And now he works full-time for our buddy Vaughn Gittin, building everything.
Yeah, Mustangs, RTR stuff, his Formula Drift program, and all of his cool projects.
But not his facial hair concepts.
No, that's him on his own. Yeah.
Got it. So what do we have here?
We've got a whole bunch of parts from 70's vans. Streamlined thin bumpers.
Yep.
An old grill, smooth doors.
Yeah.
C10 sport mirrors from truck, which are super rare and awesome to find.
Yeah.
And old rear doors as well.
It's an 87, it'll look like a 77.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be smoother, tighter.
Tighter,
cooler.
just more boogie.
Got it, more boogie. And obviously it needs a bunch of metal work, which is the worst. So we'll let Lucky keep working on the front end and we'll start doing a little Bondo and sand work. My favorite. going through the stuff that Lindsay got from the junkyard, the earlier doors to the back of the van, and it turns out that the passenger side door is exactly the same as the one that he has already, which is in far better shape. The only difference is the glass is different, and his door, although the outside is perfect, somebody kind of hacked up the door limiter area, so I'll just cut out that metal here, graft it in there, we'll swap the glass. We won't have to get this painted, and the car will look great. Right? Let's do it. Then I'll mark, cut, transfer this metal over here, and we'll put it back together. All right. I think it looks cool.
When they ship the rotors, they put something on them to stop them from rusting. And when you touch them with your greasy fingers, you contaminate the metal. And you want to wipe all that off before you put new brake shoes in. Otherwise, the grease and grime gets impregnated in the brakes. And they don't work as well as they should. It's pretty much done.
So we're putting drop knuckles from a C10 truck that CPP makes on the front of Lindsay's G10 van, and that would work fine on a truck. But it turns out that the tie rod opening here does not fit with Lindsay's tie rod. So I got a hand reamer from a local truck shop, and I'm just gonna try to get it out. When you buy these things, you have to make sure you get the right taper, the angle exactly right, because sometimes if it's wrong, it'll tighten up, but it'll work itself loose. You need that contact all the way down the shank.
We have a couple welds that we're trying to knock down, so when we body fill them, they're not going to be bumps, they'll be smooth.
So Lindsay is ready for me to lay some Bondo into those divots that he made. We're going to send these things off to get painted professionally because body work is the worst. I mean, I think this is the kind of thing where being an expert, you're faster, you have to sand less. But, you know, take your time, you'll be able to sand it out and make it look good.
These look nice.
Yeah, they do. Let's load them up and get them out of here.
Hell yeah.
Off to paint.
We go.
It's a fresh new day. We're gonna swap the grille and the headlights. And I know there's a little bit of metal's gotta get moved around up here. Bumpers, marker lights, everything's going back to the 70s. And then we're gonna install some portal windows, which are weird and awesome.
Here, you get up with it. Helping Tony stay in shape, that's what I do.
All right, so this is the 87 bumper, and that is the 70s bumper. As you can see, that one is more streamlined, and it doesn't have these big 5-mile-an-hour rubber blocks on it. Just nice, clean, cool 70s look. So Lindsay's actually already test fit this old style grill on here and sort of hacked it into place. We're gonna clean up this installation, but the major things you need to know is that there's a ridge of metal here. You have to trim off, I think, about 1/4, 3/8 of an inch to let the old grill sit a little bit flatter. And then you've got to make room here for a headlight bucket, a round headlight bucket, which he did, but again, it's not the prettiest thing. We'll clean it up, weld in those headlight buckets where they're supposed to go, and it'll be much, much nicer.
Ever been knifed by one of those?
Yeah. That was an injury waiting to happen right there.
Yeah, it was.
I got my tetanus shot for nothing now. You got it all clean.
Shoot, we're done, dude.
All right, let's go home.
Go to lunch. Fits pretty good.
Cool. All right, so before, when Lindsay test fit this, he just drilled a little hole to accept the lower turn signal, but it doesn't sit exactly how we want it, so we're gonna hog this area out and make a different mount.
Hog it out.
Hog it out.
All right.
Get hogging.
we decided to cut out this whole area behind the turn indicator. I'll put 2 little tabs in, drill 1 little hole on either side, and we'll bolt the front turn indicators in just like they were factory. I'm making some sparks here in just a second. It's gonna be badass. Ow, ow, ow. Perfect.
I switched side markers to the Beauville style, which are fancy and have little trim rings on them. And these are just blah. These were on a few models of vans, and they look pretty sweet. One thing you just have to be careful of with the new weather stripping is that it doesn't get crunched and you start leaking water everywhere because it's brand new and the van is not. So make sure it's seated right and screw it in.
We're installing these round porthole windows. They're super 70s for these vans. You're gonna drill in, cut it out, seal it up. I'm just making a quick template. I'll hold this up to the side of the van, trace it properly, make sure it's exact. And then we're gonna cut a hole in the side of Lindsay's van.
Let's see what this thing says. We can consult.
Yeah.
Did we do it right?
This entire book is just naked women. It's unbelievable.
Sounds like we're on point.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm putting some caulk-style tape. It is called strip caulk. It's semi-hardening, but super pliable, so it won't hold the window out. The longer you hold it there, the flusher the window will be. Oh, yeah.
So to figure out exactly where to place these port windows so they would look right, but also not interfere with any of the strengthening ribs on the inside of the van, we discussed it a bit and figured out exactly where we wanted these to be, because once they're cut, they're cut. Right, so we have to bleed the brakes in the van because Lucky replaced the front calipers when he did all the suspension upgrades. Motive Products makes this cool one-man brake bleeder, so the 2 of us together should be able to work this thing just fine.
I actually have one of these at home. They work really good. If you get up to 10, you're done.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so now this reservoir is pressurized with clean new fluid, and we should be able to just go to the calipers, crack the bleeders, and it'll pump down.
Is it flowing?
It's flowing, and it's getting cleaner. It's coming out great. It's clear enough. There she goes.
Drink it, I dare you.
Pass. All right, I'm gonna lock it down. So that's it. Brakes are bled. You can do this with one person.
So I just got done pulling out the stock starter motor. It's a giant tanker of a starter motor, AC Delco, all covered in, oh look, from an 84 Chevy. All we're gonna do now is slap in the new MSD gear reduction starter motor. Bam, there it is. Isn't that pretty? It's a high torque starter that requires less voltage.
So the headers are in and they fit great. We had to remove dipstick and kind of sneak them around the new starter. The hardest thing about installing these was taking out all of the stock stuff, which is garbage.
Okay, so we have the hooker headers on Lindsay's van. It's time to put the side pipes on, but the lift is in the way, so we're gonna put it on the ground, which means it's time for new wheels and tires. Lindsay, tell them all about these.
These are ET4 slot mags from the 70s, and they're unilug, so they fit anywhere from 5 on 4.5 to 5 on 5. These little spacers change your PCD pattern.
So So we're really hustling to get this thing done while I'm putting in these 70s side pipes and connecting them to our long tube hooker headers. Lucky is in the back installing the doors that just came back from paint.
Getting closer. Bring the bottom one in and in and in. Two down, two to go. See ya.
Mocking everything up, I'm going to remove a couple inches out of this chrome 90. That's basically the first part of the side pipe because there's just not enough room for these pipes to meet together. So I'll cut it, remove it, weld it up.
Okay, lift the bottom up. Yeah, I gotta kind of go out. Close the door. Let's just see.
Oh, there we go.
Lindsay, have you thought about your own personal safety and issues with the van?
No, I mean, we got new brakes on it.
Like, what about the hordes of middle-aged women who used to listen to Rad and Winger throwing themselves at this thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the point of it.
Stay safe out there.
Yeah. All right, so we got the front lip installed. Tony's finishing up the last side pipe, which he's exceptionally good at. And we're gonna put graphics on this thing and start the party.
Well, that's pretty much it. We gotta put clamps on, but it fits pretty good. Okay, so we have the headers, the side pipes, the old doors, lights, grill, everything, bumpers, all done, but we're not there yet.
Nope.
Because Lindsay is a designer.
So we designed out this Z28 inspired graphics package, kind of get that late 70s street machine vibe going on.
Yep. So vinyl is like about being super clean and taking your time and getting everything right, and it's super annoying, and I hate it.
Yeah, we used to do it a ton for Tony's race cars, so
That's true.
I know that he loves it a lot, and I'm gonna put him to work.
Yeah, let's do it. You've definitely done it on my cars a few times. We want to make sure we leave enough vinyl to roll in and wrap around the front of the door lip and get into the door jamb, so that's nice and well secured. So I laid some tape down and put a mark on the body so that we have a front to back measurement, because we basically have to now pull everything off and do it by hand, but we've got a good idea of where it all goes. Some people will just throw it down with not a ton of like Windex or soapy water or whatever on it, get bubbles, and it kind of start to work them out. But if you have enough of this lube on there, you can pull the whole thing up and then, like I said, just sort of lay it down all at once in one flat motion and not have any bubbles to begin with. Any kind of grit on your fingers or anything you get is gonna be really easy to see on the vinyl when it's laid down. You have to keep it perfectly clean. When you're peeling this back, you want to keep it super flat, because every leading edge has a tendency to pull up, and then you can tear stuff. It gets really dangerous. So I'll run it right around the door, and at the first lip, I'm just going to cut it off.
So all I'm doing is in the compound negative surfaces here, we're hitting it with a little bit of heat. It makes the vinyl want to stay and stretch into that valley so it doesn't peel up.
Okay, Lindsay's van is on the ground for the first time with the stripes and everything. It looks awesome. What are we gonna name this thing? Street Loaf, I like that one.
Vandito.
I think still Vandolph, and you airbrush a hand, like Lucky said, holding up the bubble mirrors. Go like real wizard style with it. Magical. Get in, losers! We're going vanning! Oh, yeah. This feels fun, dude.
Step on it.
Funnest, slowest car car we've ever built.
Sounds about right.
Hold on, we might take this scooter. What's up? Ready to do this?
Hang on.
She just put you in your place.
Yeah, we got smoked by a Vespa. Dang.
All right. Van Diaries, Volume 1. Super sketchy, sitting on a couch. I don't like it.
Actually, if it's in a van, it's a love seat.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with my hands right now.
You've ridden with Tony before, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So what you do with your hands is hold on.
Hold on, Linz.
Holy shit.
Woo, boy.
This is pure vandemonium.
All right, we're gonna jump the tracks, guys. Ready?
Sure.
Hold on, Linz.
Great check.
There it is. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I got it.
Dude, that was so close.
The steering's a little slower than I thought.
It handles like a porch.
Yeah, it's fun though. This thing is so rad. You want to just do a Bernie right here?
This is where the magic happens.
Half ton of fun, guys.
Oh my God, that's a good name.
All right, that's it for this episode of Hot Rod Garage presented by Lincoln Tech. I think I love vans now.
You think?
I think I do. Don't forget to check us out on social media between episodes. The show is Hot Rod Garage Show on Facebook and Instagram.
Traffic.
I'm Tangelo96.
I'm Mobile Tech Lucky.
See you guys next time.
Help me. Help. Send help.